I have literally just heard on the radio that Salman Rushdie has been stabbed in the neck and he is in hospital being treated. And at the time of doing this video, he is still alive. Now, this happened while he was at a book event in New York where someone rushed the stage as he was being introduced. So if you don't know who Salman Rushdie is, back in the 80s, he was a well-known author, but not famous, if you know what I mean. He kept to those circles. But he came into prominence when he wrote a book called The Satanic Verses. Now, The Satanic Verses has been banned in Iran since 1988 because many Muslims consider it to be blasphemous. So, not long after it came out, it was published, Iran's leader at the time, the Ayatollah Khomeini, he issued a fatwa, which is in effect a death sentence. He ordered all Muslims in the world to zero in on Salman Rushdie and kill him. They even offered a $3 million bounty on his head for anyone who took Salman Rushdie's life any way possible. And I thought this all died down around 20 years ago, because Salman Rushdie was always in the news when I was a kid, and as a teenager he was being moved from safe house to safe house. Because of the danger to his life, he was getting personal close protection at the cost of millions to the UK taxpayer. And there was a big row whether the taxpayer should be paying for it, or because the guy's a millionaire, he was at the time, he should be paying for it himself. And then I think it was 1998, 2000, a pro-reform government in Iran, it distanced itself from the fatwa. And they even issued a statement saying the threat against Rushdie was over because he'd been living in hiding for so many years and that was punishment enough. But they did, the Muslims did manage to get at a Japanese translator of the book, and he was stabbed to death in 1991. Along with other people involved in publishing it, they were attacked. And then 17 years ago, the new Ayatollah, the new spiritual leader of Iran, he said, no, the fatwa is still active against Salman Rushdie, and a couple of hardline Islamic clerics called on followers to kill Salman Rushdie. And it looks like they've nearly succeeded. And this is an ongoing problem with the religion of taking offence at everything. Because here in the West, so far anyway, we have a thing called freedom of speech. And freedom of speech, I've always said, is an important cog in the wheel of democracy. You cannot have democracy without freedom of speech. But while we have a culture here in the West that challenges that, then it becomes pretty serious stuff. Now, sadly, the leadership in America is really weak. It's bungalow Joe Biden, and his mind, his brain, it's shot to fuck, all right? And he won't do anything about it where he needs to. He needs to issue a statement completely condemning this and condemning the leaders of Iran who said that the fatwa is still going on. Now, it's my belief that no idea, no religion, no culture should be above scrutiny. After all, some cultures are better than others. And still, the religion of getting offended at everything, it just doesn't seem to grasp this and thinks it can just do this kind of nonsense, barbaric crap to silence people because it gets offended. And it needs radical reform, root and stem. And thankfully, it does have these people within it. And it's the reformers within the religion of getting offended at everything are the most persecuted amongst them because they take their holy book literally. And any member of a religion that takes their holy book literally, and I mean any religion, not just the religion of taking offence at everything, then they need to be watched. Because if a holy book out there tells you that all non-believers should be slaughtered, then these people will take that literally and they will do it. Hence what's happened to Salman Rushdie, simply for writing a book. And it's interesting to note as well, when Salman Rushdie was up for an award 20 odd years ago or so, it was those on the left politically here in the UK that spoke up and voiced saying he shouldn't have it because he's offending Islam. So that should tell you everything about the left's stance on freedom of speech here in the West. And people from another culture who seek sanctuary here, they need to know and understand we do things differently. We've got our own thing going on and they need to respect that. So blend in or fuck off. And that's what I think. I hope Salman Rushdie makes a full recovery and continue to be a voice of criticism against the religion of getting offended at everything. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, take care of yourselves and Roger Trout.